Hello, I hope everyone is doing well. Um, Hello, it is me. I am Toxie. I don't know how to start this, but I hope everyone's having a good day so far. And apologies for anyone who's joining from Instagram because I completely spaced that I was doing a live stream tonight, so I totally forgot to post the link on time. So completely apologize for that. Hello, it's very welcome. Oh, I gotta put the frogs in. Hold up. But I'm gonna be working on an animatic in this stream, kind of like a little bit of a personal project. But probably explain a lot of it as like I go. Um, I would like play it and stuff fully, but there's no sound. Um, just because I don't want to get like copyrighted or anything right now. So I'm gonna stay with the copyright-free music. But yeah. I guess I should give context. So one, the song in the background is going to be I think it's like the Underworld song from the epic saga, because that's a nice song, and the character that's actually in here is a character that I haven't really drawn much. I mean, I've drawn him a few times. If anyone's seen some of the whatchamacallit, small like little D&D based reels that I've done, he is the orange character that pops up in a lot of them. His name is Aerrin. He is the worst, actually. And you can either love him or hate him for that. Alright. But I hope everyone's doing good so far. I've been super duper swamped with a bunch of stuff, so I'm glad to kind of work on this animatic again after I like completely dropped it for a hot minute. But today, the reason why I was super distracted is because I was actually going to my local art museum for like the first time in a long time. I haven't gone there in like a solid minute, and it's actually cool because the art museum that I am near has like a split building. So they have like a really old building, and then they have like a really new building, and they have like a bridge connecting the two of them. So what is really cool about that bridge connecting the two of them is that recently the old building, like the inside, got renovated, so they refreshed a lot of their really old I guess just generally just their kind of outdated displays. So like actually gotta like go around and see some new stuff, and then they like took some stuff that was hidden in the back and actually gave it a good spotlight. There's this like one really big statue that I've always really loved, and it sucks because like in the past it used to be like tucked behind the elevators for some weird reason, and now it's like center front, and I think it's their indigenous art exhibit, which is so cool. I mean, I am really mad at myself because I didn't bring my sketchbook with me because I wanted to take like notes, just because that's how I like to learn, and kind of just trying to learn a little bit more about art and stuff. So, alright. Maybe I should talk less about art museum stuff and more about the actual animatic that I'm doing. So this is going to be an animatic for a project that I've been kind of saying that I'll be doing for a while now, and I'm actually getting around to it. I am going to be making a comic based around my D&D group that I had for a long time, It was like a 2-year-long campaign, and for like quite literally 3 years, I'm like, man, I really want to make a comic for this campaign, and then I never did it. And now is the time. So that is fun. The character that I'm currently drawing, like I said, his name is Aerrin. He is a nobleman from like a very traditional, set in their ways country. And he's like a noble from one of the prominent houses. It's kind of funny because the player who made this character, he's like a super big fan of House of the Dragon, and was a super big fan of whatchamacallit, Game of Thrones. There we go. Game of Thrones. So he totally based this character's last name off of Targaryen. Last name is like, it's literally like Aerrin Tarbis, which I find is hilarious. So trying to think of things to say, but so yeah, this is a character who has a very like traditional growing up background as a nobleman. And one of the cool things about that is this animatic. Oh, whoops. Hold up, I gotta look at the things down here, because they are screwed up. Where did I mess up? Alright. That is not supposed to be there. Okay. Let's fix this real quick. That is the wrong thing. I need that. I want to take this. Can you delete this layer, please? That would be wonderful, actually. There we go. And then we should be able to paste it here. Hello, Ally Heart. Welcome. Kind of a chill stream, kind of doing a little bit of different stuff. I'm working on a like personal animatic for a kind of thing that I'm going to be starting, a comic that I've been wanting to start for a while. So I'm kind of just going to be rambling about a bunch of different stuff. I don't really have like a whole topic or something to talk about today. So my apologies about that. It's going to be a little bit of boring stream. But let's see if I can actually get this running pose right, because when I originally did the sketch for it, I like did it in semi-perspective, and then now I'm like completely ignoring that. Bearberry, hi there, can't stay for long, you got school tomorrow? No, that's totally fine. I would rather you have like a good first day of school than that. Than like, you know, staying up real late. So make sure you get some good sleep. From Ally here. Ooh, that is so cool. Thank you. It is a story based on a Dungeons & Dragons campaign I did a few years ago. This has been quite literally years in the works, mostly because quite literally I think anxiety is the reason why it's been years in the work, but it's gonna be fun to actually start working like to finish and produce like a comic. From Ally Heart, you just started work up again. Nice! You had a stressful day? Not from work, surprisingly. So you may not stay long as well. No, that's totally fine. This is, don't worry about that. I want you to de-stress and have a great rest of your day. Man, this is gonna be hard. I might pull up the 3D models for this pose. Last time I did like a person running, I also did a weird thing. From Spearberry, this looks really cool so far. Thank you. I mean, the whole concept is that I'll kind of like scroll through this. All right, let me real quick. All right, so the whole concept is that this character is like a nobleman from a very traditional uh, kind of country with a lot of like religious values and stuff. So like he receives this pendant from his mom being like, "Hey, take this as a good luck charm." And then he's like, "I don't really believe in that stuff, but sure, I'll take it anyways." She puts it on him. Basically, is like, "Oh, I'm proud of you." And then like, flash forward cut to bad stuff, You got the beginning of the story, and then you got like the middle part of the story where everything's going downhill. This last little part is kind of like a cool, like, trying to do like a little run through of like a little battlefield onto kind of like I guess foreshadowing, because this is gonna be like a semi trailer for the little comic that I want to start. And then at the end, he's like, "Oh no, a lot of this is my fault," and then he like throws the pendant away. That's the concept. As well explained as that is. From Ally Heart, you're doing a huge collab. Oh, nice! For your 1-year anniversary of your comic, dude. That sounds awesome. I hope it goes well. Is it something that you just started, or is it like been on the back burner for a little bit? Would be my question. Just because I'm like thinking of like, man, it's been way too long not actually doing anything for starting this, but. I should probably actually, if I'm doing perspective, try and do perspective lines or something. Again, I might default for this post to use a 3D model. From Spearberry, you're planning on making a website for your story? Nice. It'll have information about the stories and the characters. Dude, that's gonna be dope. Especially like starting like your own website that you can post your own stuff on. Totally support that. Do you think you're gonna try and code it from scratch, or do you think you're gonna use a like pre-made website builder like Squarespace or something? Just curious. Because like, I don't know, I've like had some website coding experience, but like it was like the Microsoft Paint equivalent of coding a website. From Ally Heart, it started maybe a week ago. Oh, you just got the Discord up. 40 people joined. Everyone is drawing one panel for the comic. Dude, that's so cool. Congrats. That's gonna be so much fun to work on. Alright, this one arm does not look bad. The other arm, however, needs some adjustment. Right now I've been like super swamped with like a bunch of stuff. Mainly trying to put together like a concise portfolio of some of the work I've done over the course of my life, to try and apply to another college to see if they'll accept my transfer. So that was fun. I mean, I'm still working on that. To be honest, I should probably work on that more, but important life things, live stream. You gotta make sacrifices. From Spiritberry, pre-made website builder. You can't code. Can't code yet. Just saying. You can always if you wanted to, you can always learn. But definitely using a pre-made website would be a lot easier, so I do not blame you. From Alihart, you're so excited about 12 people already finished and the server was made 2 days ago? You gave them a whole month? Yo! See, that's how you know people enjoy the stuff that you make. When they're like, I'm gonna do this right now! And then they finish it, and then... I don't know. There's always something really cool about working with other people to make something. From Spiritberry, though, you will have to code a little bit for the character profiles. I mean, a lot of coding is just quite literally looking it up on Reddit and then copy pasting it into your coding software and then looking for typos. That's been my experience coding. Making like a really bad point and click game and then Microsoft Paint website. From Alihart, also that sounds so cool. Spirit, do you have any plans for comics/stories? Spirit's been sharing a few of them, but totally like if Spirit wants to totally share them again. It's always really cool to keep up with what other people are doing. Alright. I mean, alright. I'm gonna leave this top part as it is for right now. It is completely off, but from Alihart, you have terrible memory. And I know a few people have told their story plans and ideas, but I don't know if it was you or not. Knew it. Yeah, main story will be a short story with drawings in the style of kid's book, and then you want to make comics after. I'm really excited for that short story. I feel like it's going to turn out really well. Alright. The issue that I'm running into here is that for some reason I made the face at an angle, and so when he's doing a little bit of a run, he's not going straight. I want him to go straight for the camera. You know that like one meme where it's just like, I don't know, like a cartoon character going straight for the camera? That is the meme right now. Gosh darn it. When you try and fix something and then it turns out wonky still. Alright, there we go. I don't know, for that portfolio stuff that I'm filling out, I actually did like gesture drawings for the first time in a long time, and man, nothing nothing makes you feel more out of practice than like struggling for an hour on a single gesture drawing. Let me tell you that. From Alihart, ooh, that sounds cute. Talking about Spiritberry's story. From Spiritberry, the entire story will be on Instagram and Tumblr. Nice. What is your Tumblr? Should already be following you. If not, you should be. Yeah, totally hit us up with your Twitter. That would be, or not Twitter, your Tumblr. That would be awesome. I still need to make an actual Tumblr account. I'm still like using the browser to lurk on Tumblr and like, you know, read like Alihart's comic and stuff. And I should probably just double down and actually make an account. I have no idea why I have not yet. Probably because I don't know. I got Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter, which I'm all trying to balance, so. From Spiritberry, your Tumblr is the same name as the story, Cartoons from Hell. Nice. gonna try and do a little bit of perspective. I'm gonna say try because I am guesstimating right now. So don't take anything I'm doing right now as like perfection because it's not gonna be, and that's okay. Something I've learned in art is that trying to make stuff perfect actually um, hinders your artistic process rather than just letting stuff be, even if it's not to your standard. We are just gonna quite literally use the perspective deformer and just whoop. Alright. Yeah, that's a good face. That is a wonderful face. I feel like that's the best face I've drawn in my entire life. There we go. Right now I'm currently like technically working on the sketch layer because I did like the just regular composition kind of just putting down, so now it's like actually refining the sketches, and after that I'm gonna do another layer on top of that to do a secondary sketch layer. From Ally Heart, can't believe you don't have a lot of posts. Aw. You don't have a lot of posts, my big. Spam you with so many likes you die. Plans were ruined. Oh no! From Ally Heart, oh, you wanna do some you wanna do that at some point as well? Yeah, totally. From Whisper, sorry your back had to eat, haha. No, you're totally fine, just kinda chilling. Chilling, talking about everyone's story concepts and stuff, so just having fun. From Spearberry, yeah, you don't have much concept art yet. You don't so you don't have much to post yet? Dude, I felt that. And sometimes like for concept art you're like, cool, I have this thing that I want to post, and then you're like, oh wait, that's spoilers, and then you just never post it. At least that's been my experience. I am not entirely happy with how this is turning out, but it is okay. Because we are just gonna keep trucking along. Out of sight, out of mind, you know? From Ally Heart, you're so sad you got stuck on your comic again? Oh no! I hope you can be able to work through it. From Whisper, no rush at all. The best stuff is always the stuff that you take your time on. You're right, but sometimes time is a luxury, and it's something I wish I had more of. And Spearberry put making rep sheets for one of the characters, so probably post that soon. Excitement? Heck yeah. And then from Ally Heart, I want to update it soon though. I want to have at least the sketches for the next part made, so you have no idea what to do immediately after that part. That's totally fair. I mean, something that I always like to do is, ask for, I guess, opinions from, like, other writers and stuff that I have in, like, my life, because I know I can always, like, ask my brother his opinions on, like, story stuff and where it could go. Another thing is that, honestly, just take whatever you're enjoying right now and then use that as inspiration. At least that's kind of my I guess, process when I get stuck on something is to just plagiarize. So, always love taking inspiration from other things and then no one noticing until they're like, wait, isn't that the plot of blank? And then you're like, no, it totally isn't. Absolutely not. I have no idea what you're talking about. But that's okay, because original thoughts are hard to come by. I know, like, the saying is like, there's no more original thoughts anymore, but I think that's wrong. I think it really is, every thought is not original, but how you mix it together is. So just, totally just, take what you want from a story and then remix it. Because that's how you get, um, concepts and stuff that people enjoy. From Ally Heart. Ooh, yeah. You have a friend named Vixen. Oh, cute. Got Spiritberry's character, and then you got a friend named Vixen. That's actually really cute. Alright, I'm struggle bussin'. My goodness. I know. What is something also exciting is that the new update for Cult of the Lamb came out, where it has multiplayer for whatchamacallit. It has co-op, but not online co-op. So it's been fun. I was playing with my brother. And we actually recorded a video. I'm gonna see if I might edit it and post it. That might be fun. But it kind of sucks because I was like, man, we should record a video. And then when I started recording, I completely messed up the recording. So we'll see if I go back in and actually re-record that. From Ally Heart, your first D&D campaign. You accidentally just follow a watered down plot of your favorite D&D podcast. Honestly, fair enough. I'd have to ask my brother because he was the DM for the campaign that I'm gonna be basing a lot of this stuff off of. He was the DM, so I'll have to ask him, like, what was your inspiration for blank moment? And then from Ally Heart, you've been so excited for that. I'm guessing you're talking about the Cult of the Lamb update. Which, I mean, if you are, I will warn you that I have had the worst glitches and connectivity issues in my entire playthrough of Cult of the Lamb when trying to add a second person. So, I would just look out for that. Might just be because, like, I had bad player connection or something, but it was definitely pretty iffy. From Spiritberry, you're so nervous for tomorrow. You're not ready yet. Unfortunately, school comes at you fast. I honestly don't have any like words of like wisdom or advice because when I was in school, or at least like high school, exact same feelings. From Alligator, oh, you got this. You'll do great. School is rough, but you got this. Heck yeah, I also have that sentiment. Like, school is rough, but you got it. You can do it. We all believe in you. I swear. All right, we got a little body, I guess. A body yada yada. It flips all right. We'll just keep it as is for right now. And I guess he should probably have legs. That might be important for running, is legs. I mean, I totally probably could just like cut it off at the waist, but I feel like that's gonna lose some of the clarity. From Ally Heart, tomorrow you get to see the last batch of kids. All the new kindergartners are so cute. Oh yeah. I'm glad. Geez, I don't know what I was gonna say, but I'm glad they're cute at least. I don't know. To me, I can't really handle kids. I mean, kindergartners are like pretty okay, but I've definitely done a bunch of jobs like with kids, and kids are cute from a distance. I don't know if I could ever be like a kindergartner teacher, but that's super cool. From Ally Heart, you see different classes every day. Every 3 days it repeats. So oh yeah, I had that same schedule. When I was in elementary school, where every like, you know, pretty much like you get to do something different every single day. That's actually kind of fun that other schools use that I guess routine, because that's what I grew up on. Got your got that balance, you know? Can't have too many fun days of art. You gotta run your what's it called again? Oh man. It's like the fitness test where you like run back and forth. I can't remember what it's called, but I remember like the announcement where it's like, this is a multi-aerobic stage test. What was that called again? I have no idea. Fitness Gram Pacer Test. That's what it's called. I had to think of the whole clip. From Spirit Berry, though you'll get to leave earlier than everyone else, so that's cool. Nice. Guessing you probably have like an off period, because those are always the best. I wish I took advantage of those. From Ally Heart, you can't handle older kids very well. 6th graders are really hard for you. You know, that's totally fair. Yeah, Ally Heart Fitness Grand Pacer Test. Listen, it just took a second. I needed to wait for the trauma to kick in before I could remember the name. I know, honestly, I never hated those tests. They were fun for me. Mostly because it was like, you know, challenge to see how far you could personally go, and then you end up like hacking up a lung in the nurse's office afterwards. Because they're like, maybe you should have stopped like, I don't know, 20 laps ago. But you're like, but it was so much fun to try and be the best there ever was. You know, like Ash Ketchum, but instead of Pokemon, it's I guess beating everyone at running back and forth in a stinky school gym all day. From Ally Heart, you hated those. You had asthma, so running actually killed you. Yeah, no, my brother had the same experience. I don't know why I'm drawing his toes when he's gonna be wearing shoes. That is a very odd choice I decided to do. And okay, there we go. Dude's wearing shoes and I draw his toes. Yeah, but yeah, no, my brother has asthma, so it's actually kind of funny because in our school, if you had asthma or any type of I guess accommodations that you needed to make, you could skip out on the pacer test. But basically, so one of my family refused to believe my brother had asthma, and so for the next like 3 years, dude consecutively every single fitness gram pacer test went home in an ambulance. I'm not kidding. It was not fun. We gotta love fitness gram pacer test versus asthma. From Spearberry, you like the fitness gram pacer test mainly because you like running and you prefer that than doing work. You know, that's 100% fair. I used to really like running. I'm a little out of it now because I haven't really ran in a long time. You know, like when you're younger, you run all the time, and now, like, you get older, and then you're like, man, I have nowhere to run to, which very sad, but hopefully I'll start running up again. That would be fun. From Alihar, oh man. Yeah. I don't know. Something I guess ingrained in my family is that you either try your best, give 110%, or die trying. So that was always fun, where it's just like, oh no, there's a hospital at the elementary school, or an ambulance at the elementary school, and I'm like, oh no, is it FitnessGram Pacer Test Day? And for 3 years, yes, it was FitnessGram Pacer Test Day. I mean, that wasn't even like the most insane thing to happen on a FitnessGram Pacer Test Day at that school. There's one time where there was a gas leak up in like the upstairs area and no one knew. And I was quite literally in the middle of a FitnessGram Pacer test. And then they're like, hey, so we're going to take this on the road and run to the church on the other side of the building. That was fun. Alright. Miss Ripper, you gotta go. Bye. Thank you for joining. I hope you have a great rest of your night, and I believe you're gonna have a great day at school tomorrow. It's gonna be awesome. I mean, if not awesome, I hope it's tolerable. But you got this. Alright. You know what? The legs aren't bad. I'm actually relatively happy with how the legs turned out. Cause look, hold up. Look, he be running. He a track star. He's doing the FitnessGram Pacer test. Dude's running for it. That's actually hilarious. I might take a gif of that just to use, because I feel like that's super fun. From Alihart, you're slow sleepy and it's only 8:30. Yeah. I mean, you've been having to deal with children all day, so I don't blame you for being sleepy. Yesterday I stayed up like super duper late. It was like 4 a.m. that I stayed up to, but that's because, like, when I said I was one, playing the Cult of the Lamb update, and two, making a video for the Cult of the Lamb update, I was actually having fun video editing for once, and stayed up way too long editing the video. And it kind of sucks because throughout the entire video, you can just hear my computer fan just revving, and it bothers me. Hello, Harmony! One time for the FitnessGram Pacer test, you were working on first class in daycare helping, but you sat one of the kids. Oh, jeez. You sat on one of those wobble chairs, and it nearly broke your tailbone, so you ran so awkwardly. The test was the next hour. Oh man, that sounds awful. And I'm guessing like it was like one of those days where you're like, I hurt my like tailbone. I can't do the FitnessGram Pacer test. And they're like, I've heard that excuse before. Hello, Dragon Paint, welcome. We're talking about FitnessGram Pacer test right now. Alright, this actually flips relatively well. I'm actually pretty happy with that. The expression could be better, but I think I might also fix that when I do another sketch layer on top. For those who have just joined, I'm currently working on an animatic that will be set to the Underworld song from the epic saga. I can't play the music because I don't have audio attached to my whatchamacallit. I don't have a screen, an audio capture for this specific desktop screen. But basically, it is, I'm going to be starting a comic based on a D&D story, or a D&D campaign from a while ago, and the character that this is about, his name is Aerrin. He is a nobleman. He comes from a place with, like, very, traditional values, and the animatic is a kind of cool thing where it's like a trailer, I would say, where dude realizes, like, oh no, I messed up trusting the wrong people, putting all my eggs into the wrong basket. So that's kind of what's happening. From Harmony, yes, the teacher was like, please, and 50 other kids. Oh man, that always sucks when you're like, hey, I'm genuinely hurt. Can I just, sit this out? And they're like, likely story. It's always the worst. I mean, for elementary school, I always knew the best way to get out of everything. And that was to eat a banana and then chug one of those, like, True Moo chocolate milks. Let's just say you'll end up in the nurse's office every single time, without fail. That is how I got out of doing a lot of things, mostly, because I am very dyslexic and illiterate. For, like, I don't know, sometime in elementary school, we had to do, like, times tests, and these were, like, entire, like, packet times tests where you had to fill out every single one with, like, multiplication and everything. And oh boy, I dislike those so much, and it really, like, sucks because I could never get out of them until, I faked being sick and I could go home. I you were also dyslexia. Yeah, honestly, sometimes, being dyslexic, I find it really funny just to be like, I'm illiterate, but also, it really sucks when, like I was talking about earlier, I was working on a portfolio to, transfer to a college, and, I had to write an entire essay. And throughout this essay, not even Grammarly could tell me how wrong I spelled things and how bad I screwed up my sentences. It was like, I know this is wrong, but I can't help to fix it. And definitely feels good, man. But I mean, one of the good things is that I know, especially for, like, digitally online, I know a lot of websites and everything are recently actually putting, like, ADA accommodations into them, so you can actually, like, I don't know, like, read stuff. From Ally Hart, honestly, I don't know how to explain it, or if it's just part of your dyslexia, but you also, like, word dyslexic, your brain does not commute directions at all. No, I totally get that. I'm not, like, super, like, word dyslexic, but my mom is. She'll, like, either one, can't think of a word, or she'll completely use the entirely wrong word and just overlook it, and she's just like, what? Why are you looking at me funny? And I'm just like, I don't know why you told me to put, I don't know, like, the clothes in the fryer or something. And I'm like, what? I don't know. I'm trying to, like, communicate, and I just can't, apparently. From Ally Hart, you wrote in all your notebooks the wrong way. You draw shapes backwards, even looking at references. can't build Lego sets to save your life. I totally get that. My biggest thing is just writing and typing and spelling. Those are like my big things with dyslexia. So instead of, I don't know if anyone played like those typing games as a kid where you they gave you, I don't know, like a prompt and you had to type it without looking at your keyboard. I physically can't type without looking at my keyboard. I can type relatively fast, but I just look at my keyboard the entire time because at a glance, I can't remember or tell which one is B, D, P. Like, legitimately, I'll be writing something and it's bad. It's bad. From Harmony, do you go to art college now? I'm not studying art majors on the side. Oh, jeez. Do you go to an art college now? Wait. I'm confused. Hold up. Do you go to an art college now? Oh, you're not studying majors on the side of creative writing. Oh, that's cool. From Dragon Paint Freak, yeah, I can't understand directions for the life of me. You know what the best cure to help with directions? Hold up, give me a second. I gotta. The best cure to help with directions is that on your left hand, your hand makes an L when you like, you know, grab your hand like that. It makes an L, and on your right hand, it doesn't. That's always helped me with my directions. From Alihart, you weren't saying that, but you also do have that constantly. Totally get that. From Harmony, BBC Dance Met. That'd be typing gameplay. You play that a lot in elementary. I mean, for me, it was like required in elementary to do those typing games because they wanted you to be really well, like they wanted you to type well. And then I don't know why, but the next year I was in special ed classes. That and like, I don't know, a lot of my dyslexia comes from physically writing and seeing words. Seeing, reading, and physically writing words is what like really messes me up, especially like letters. And one of the consequences of that is like when I was in elementary, I had the worst handwriting imaginable. I mean, I did not think it was bad. I absolutely thought my handwriting was fine, but apparently it was so bad and I couldn't type at all that I went to special ed classes for the next 3 years. So that was definitely fun. And it was also fun that they didn't tell me that they were special ed classes. They're just like, oh, you're going to go to your class now. And I'm like, okay, let me go to my special class now. Feels bad, man, learning years later that they are like, yeah, you have a disability, but we're not going to tell you about it. We're just going to put you in classes to hopefully fix it. From Alihart, you hated any advice as a kid because for you could not tell which was the correct L. I totally get that. For me, it's a little easier because I have, my hands are built weird, so I can at least remember which one is which. From Alihart, what you're describing sounds exactly like dysgraphia, honestly. Dysgraphia is numbers, from what I remember. Because I've been legitimately diagnosed with dyslexia. So, from what I remember, dysgraphia is numbers. But I legitimately see stuff backwards in whatchamacallit. Like, you'll be writing, like, the word paragraph. And if I'm not careful, I will quite literally just flip stuff. I don't know if the diagnosis is correct. I'm just a little guy who can't read. From Harmony Links, most of your classes you graduated barely being able to read cursive. I enjoy cursive because I can actually read cursive. It's nice. From Ally Heart, you would look into it. It's a branch that's similar to dyslexia, but it's not about seeing things backwards like dyslexia. It's more about hand-eye coordination, spelling, handwriting issues. I might have a little bit of both because the reading is also a big thing. That's also a big reason why I stumble on my words a lot when trying to read chat out loud. Because legitimately, I just can't process things correctly sometimes, I guess. From Dragon Paint, you don't quite have dyslexia, but I have like an audio version of it. Oh, that's cool. I think it's called auditory processing disorder. That's actually really cool and interesting. From Harmony, I swear when you said my hands are weird, I just imagined your peg avatar looking at your moves trying to figure out how human hands look. Well, I mean like my hands look weird because like, you know, you got like your normal hand and you got like your thumb, right? That's a normal hand. My human hands look like this. Actually, hold up. Where my thumb has a hyperextension, pretty much. So it can just lay flat on its own. So to me, it's easier to figure out which hand is right or left due to that fact. From Ally Heart, it's not numbers, it's different, it's more to do with handwriting. You're not an expert, but your husband has it. Oh, that's cool. I mean, I'm not an expert either. I just know that I was told I had something, and oh boy, it's hard to read some fonts. Or in general. From Harmony, you like drawing hands like, cat claws, just pointy. You've seen Mulan, Disney, that's basically what you for hand reference. Oh, that's really cool. I usually wing it on hands. I probably shouldn't, but there was like a really cool video that I learned of once that like, basically one of the things to help with hands is to place the knuckles. So that's why in a lot of my art, I'll actually have the knuckles really prominent because that's how I placed stuff. On like, you know, just in general. From Dragon Paint, hands are oddly your favorite to draw? I mean, their hands are just the face of the arms. At least that's what I've heard from art teachers. That once you figure them out, they're not hard, but man, are they hard to figure out. From Alhair, whoa, Lucky. I know! I wish hands were easy for me to draw too. From Dragon Paint, you cannot draw legs though, like at all. sometimes the Lord giveth, and sometimes the Lord yoinketh away. Unfortunately. You can't be good at all art things, because you gotta be nerfed somehow. You gotta have that character development to overcome, you know? A good story never starts with a perfect protagonist. From Eller, you avoided drawing hands for so long that your hands tend to look a little bit visibly worse than everything else in your art. I understand that wholly, actually. Honestly, for like my beginning art journey, of course, a lot of people who started to do art in like the 2000s really avoided drawing hands. I was the same way. You know, you put them behind the back, you put them in the pockets, stuff like that. But there was a point in time where I'm like, if I don't draw hands, then I'll never get good at them. And so I started drawing hands, but like, honestly, my hands haven't improved too much, because when I drew hands, they were quite literally just really blocky. They were like that. And to be honest, I think my hands still kind of look like that. So, from Alihart, oh wait, I already read that. I forgot. Actually, for these, I should probably add the armor that the character has, because he has a decent amount of armor in the second half of this animatic. I probably should have made it easier on myself and didn't do that, but you know, you live, you learn, you regret. That's kind of every single time I either try to do an animatic or animate something. That is something that I learned, that I tend to complicate my character designs too much, and it ends up taking a lot longer to do stuff than it should have. And I don't know, that's something I'm still trying to like improve upon. From Drawing and Paint, this is a weird way to go about it, but you literally started to learn to draw hands by thinking about them as extended claws or worms. No, I think I've definitely heard like the advice to do that before, where you're like, don't think of the entire hand, just think of a box with little worms attached, you know? Oh, gosh darn it. Don't you just love when your drawing program lags and then connects lines that aren't connected at all? But one thing that like really helped me, I think, draw hands was I learned a bunch of default positions and just kept doing those hand positions repeatedly. Like, you know, I learned like the little hand fist thing, you know, and then you learn like the little fan hand. Like, you just get like default positions for your hands and then continue like drawing. What drawing program are you using? I am using Clip Studio Paint. I'm actually still using Clip Studio Paint. Has a couple versions out now, but I'm still using version 1.0. I have like the I think it's either the Pro or the EX version. It's the big version, so you're actually able to animate for a bunch of frames. I think for the lesser version, at least on when I first purchased this thing like 3 years ago, or man, was it longer than that? No, it was like 3 years ago that I got Clip Studio Paint. But what was I going with that? Oh, the other one didn't have animation on it, so. But yeah, that's the drawing program that I use, is Clip Studio Paint. I don't know if the newer versions are better. I am broke, and honestly, so far, drawing program still works, so I will continue to use drawing program. From Harmony, your motto: the hand should match the face. If they're mad, their hands should be clenched or twitching. Happy, they'll have open hands, like high five poses. No, yeah. Like I said, the advice my art teachers, like quote unquote advice that my art teachers gave me is the hands are the face of the arm. So like when you're like, oh, if they're mad, it's clenched. If they're happy, they're open. That's something that like I totally am like, oh, cool, because your hand will express emotions too. From Dragon Paint, you really need to try that app. The art you always have the art that always comes out of it looks so clean. Yeah, totally. I mean, I have the computer version of it. I haven't tried the app version of it. I mean, I haven't tried drawing on a like tablet ever, so I wouldn't know how that Clip Studio experience is, but I have heard good things about the tablet version. Alright, this arm is too tense. How you fix that? Whee! And now the issue is that I bent the forearm. Which, don't get me wrong, bending the forearm is not an issue. The issue is that I'm straightening out the forearm, and the forearm is still bent. There we go. From Harmony, and feet are the underwear of the shoe. You're right. Feet are the underwear of the shoe. I know, something I've definitely been trying to get better at is drawing feet in general. Because that's just something I've avoided in my art. And then you're like, oh no, I have to learn how to draw the bottom of the character. Which, you know, gotta use that try and true method. Heel, top of foot, toes. Boom, foot. From Dragon Paint, so shoes or pants? Yes. Yeah, that makes sense to me. I mean, what does that make socks though? Like, if your feet are the underwear and your shoes are the pants, are the socks just like socks? Maybe? Do the socks stay socks, or are they like an extra layer underneath your pants? If we're taking this analogy to the next step. I don't know. Okay, this hand wouldn't be clenched this bad. It would probably be a relaxed position. So like something like that. Yeah. We'll go with that one. From Dragon Paint, leggings. You know what? That is a good. I've definitely worn leggings like underpants before when it's like super cold. So I think that works. They're like the optional leggings. I don't know. I find analogies really silly sometimes, just because you're like, yes, that does work as an analogy, but only in specific context. I'm trying to think of like another analogy that has like specific context that once you remove it and try and like, I don't know, attach it to something else, you're like, well, it doesn't really work outside of that specific little thing. They could be the jockstrap of the toes. You're right. They could be leggings, tights, or a jockstrap. I guess it's up to preference. I mean, really could be either. It's up in the air, you know? Oh my goodness. The frames are starting to lag out my my laptop just a little bit. I can tell because it's hard to move my my stylus. Dragon Paint, you're never gonna look at your socks the same way. just completely changed your perception. From Harmony, new person joining stream, hearing toes in underwear talk. Yeah, am I in the right stream? Mayhaps you're right. I mean, you know, I think sometimes things are better without context. That probably wasn't an instant of it, but sometimes things are better without context. Keep trying to draw the nose wrong. He has a very specific nose where it has like a little, like, I think it's called a Roman nose, where it has like a little bump on your nose bridge. I keep like missing that. It's an important detail, and I'm trying to add it and I keep forgetting. That and like his hair is hard to draw. His hair is very hard to draw. From Alhair, okie dokie, heading to bed. Night, everyone. Thank you for the amazing stream. Have a good night. I hope you have a good time during your next art class. I feel like I wish you good luck on your next art class. And I hope you have fun. Have a good night. Alright. Trying to draw the guy's hair correctly. Because he kind of has like a... I don't know. I tried to go for, like, when I originally started to draw this character, which his name is Aerrin, so I'm just going to call him Aerrin, because, you know, when referring to stuff, you probably refer to it by name. But, Aerrin has... I tried to give him, like, a very, like, I don't know, Barbie movie Ken Prince hair. I don't know if that makes any sense, where it's like a haircut with like a little bit of length, but also like tapered. The issue is that I'm very bad at drawing that. So his hair has been a struggle. It's Especially since I have a character with also similar, there's another character in the story with also similar hair. So it's really hard to make them look very distinct and not the same. Which, I mean, that character is only in this animatic for like 2 seconds at most and in the background, so it's not the biggest deal, but alright. I have the onion skin on right now just to be like, ah yes, let me make sure that the poses are similar, as like both ones are like 2 different sizes. So he's a Chad is what you're saying. I mean, you're not wrong. That is kind of the haircut he has. Aerrin was actually based off of, since he is, you know, he's based off of a D&D character that one of my friends made, and it was his first D&D character. And there's a reason why there's a meme that, like, your first D&D character is just you, but hot. That is exactly what he described his character as, like, word for word, when we first started the campaign. It's like, it's me, but hot. And, so, that was, like, the only thing I could go off of. And he had one of those haircuts at that point in time. So it kind of just stuck. To be honest, I probably could change up his haircut because, you know, the actual guy, his hair has changed. And so I could, like, you know, switch up his haircut. But I feel like, I don't know, the Chad cut fits this character. He would be a very Chad haircut kind of guy. But it's also very hard to draw him because there are so many aspects of this character's design that I don't normally draw. So it's very hard for me to do him consistently. So, like, normally, I'll make, like, little D&D animatics, and they'll take me, like, maybe a day, and this is, like, my 3rd day of working on this. Just because I want to make sure dude looks right in every single one. And this is probably why, all the art advice that I've ever gotten is to simplify my characters, for animation and stuff. And this is why, because it takes me so gosh darn long to draw these characters. Because sometimes when, like, doing art, you got those characters or things that you can actually do consistently, and then you have the stuff that, like, you're experimenting with. And his body type is something that I'm trying to experiment with, because I don't know, I never get his body type exactly right, because Aerrin has a very rectangular body type where he doesn't really have much waist definition, and I keep messing that up. From Dragon Paint, oh, I hope your first D&D character is not like me. Your first one was exotic dancer, if you will. Oh jeez. I mean, my first D&D character that I made was a kobold named Cobalt, but everyone called him Blue. That was my first D&D character. But, like, first campaign wise would be my D&D character Jekyll, which he's a whole ass man. So, oh, wait, apologies. I kind of, you know, swore a little bit, but got the point across, so that's fine. Dude is a whole guy, and I don't know, I could never imagine it just being like me, but hot. I don't know. From Harmony, can't draw muscles. You're braver than I am. I mean, one of the main reasons why I like draw a lot of muscular characters is because I learned to draw from my brother, and my brother learned to draw from some adult images that he really enjoyed. So or like you know, you probably get what I mean. But and so it's really hard to break from the body types that I'm really used to drawing. Cause like especially drawing characters with like minimum amount of musculature, really hard for me. Because one of the like building bones of when I start to draw a character, I draw them with like muscles in mind. Like for dudes, I always start with like the pectorals to find out where the chest is, but not a bunch of guys don't have really like strong pectorals or prominent pectorals. So it makes it difficult for me, I guess. Alright. This time I'm actually gonna have him clench his fist, and I think that'll make sense. But probably gonna end off here soon. Probably be working on this animatic for the next few streams. Trying to stream consistently on Tuesdays and Thursdays at the same time. So we'll see if I can keep that streak up. But I'll probably be continuing to work on this animatic till I get it done. From Harmony, same. You love illustrations. Illumination Sing 1 and 2 character designs. The women have so many different body types, and so do the guys. Yeah, that's one thing that I think I've mentioned before, that one of my main like art inspirations was Overwatch, and in Overwatch there's a bunch of different body types. So that like really helped me originally with drawing different people. Although maybe then again it also screwed me over quite just a little bit, because I always tend to draw muscular heroic type bodies regardless of like body fat content and everything. I usually just draw like muscular bodies in general. So maybe that started its roots when doing Overwatch stuff. Could be. But alright. I think for stream, since I'm probably gonna end it here probably like now-ish. I think now-ish is kind of a good time. Got 3 sketches done, which is not bad because one of these has some awful perspective. It was very hard to do. So 3 for an hour isn't terrible. Is it good? No, but it's not terrible. I think I'll probably do frog count and then have this little animatic play through. There's not going to be any sound because I don't have sound capture for Clip Studio Paint. Also, I don't want to get like copyright struck. So let's see how many frogs we have. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, whoops. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 30, oh geez, where's my mouse? There we go. 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, there's a lot of frogs, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49 frogs. Dragon Paint, your guesses put a smile on my face, because like, just because of the delay, I'm like on like 26, and then I see 20 in the chat, and I'm like, oh no! But 49, that's a pretty good, decent amount of frogs actually today. They're definitely earning their keep and lagging my computer. But I will do a little run through of the animatic. Again, it's not gonna be any sound, so it's gonna be kind of awkward. So my bad, my apologies. But yeah, I'm just gonna let this play out. I did write some like quote unquote dialogue up in here, and that's still gonna be in the like final thing. If anything's spelled wrong, my bad. We were kind of talking about dyslexia and dysgraphia, and oh boy, I definitely have one of them. All right, we're gonna have this playthrough, and again, it's gonna be silent. Oh, hold up. I should probably add a thing after this one. So, here. Oh, cheese and crackers. I'm trying to... Okay, there we go. And then you got the end part. That's what I have so far. And without music, I don't know what it sounds like, because I had it blasting in my ears. It was a little loud for me. So, thank you all for joining. That Penguin High made it to stream here. Current time difference is crazy. Well, I'm so sorry, because we're wrapping up stream right now. I was quite literally about to get off. I'm so sorry, Pangolin. But thank you for popping by. Apologies that we are currently gonna be ending. But yeah, that's what I have so far. I will be working on it probably again on Thursday, 10 p.m. MST, which is Mountain Standard Time. We'll see how long it takes me to finish this animatic. Hopefully I'll have a little bit more progress done by next time. But hopefully you all have a good rest of your night or day. Make sure you grab some water, make sure you touch some grass, and most importantly, make sure you stretch. From that penguin, you'll watch it back, angry, evil face. I mean, hey, that's your prerogative. You're more than welcome to. I hope you have fun doing